Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm TKA Brew. Ever wondered what FOV is inside the settings, where you should set it, and how it works? Well, this video is for you. You're going to want to stick around to the very end to find out how FOV can actually change the performance on your device, so stick around. The first place we should start is explaining what FOV is. FOV stands for Field of View, which is basically how much you can see in front of you. FOV is not just a gaming term, it's actually used for people and other things that have sight. So to try this out and to understand it a little bit better, try closing one of your eyes and you'll notice you'll lose a huge chunk where you closed your eye. When you open it back up, you can now see all this extra area. This is your field of view. So if you put your blinders up, you'll lose your left and right hand side. This is the principle that guides field of view inside of games like COD Mobile. Now you probably noticed at the very bottom of the settings there is a field of view slider. If you slide it all the way to the right up to 75, you'll get max field of view, which means you can see a lot more inside the game. You get more along the edges. If you drop it all the way down to, I believe, 51, it actually starts shrinking the sides of the screen in. So this is where it comes into play about what type of field of view do you want. Do you want to have it more narrow and focused, or do you want to have it wider and you can see more along the peripherals and maybe actually seeing enemies run in? And this is where we're going to get into a little bit more technical details about what you want out of a field of view. Now there are drawbacks to maxing out your field of view or keeping it on the minimum. There's drawbacks to both and there's benefits to having both. So we're going to go over what would happen if you maxed out your field of view. Well, the first thing you will notice is you'll see a lot more along your edges while you're running around, which will give you a better chance to see if someone's trying to sneak up on you from the sides. But you will notice as soon as you max out the field of view, you get a lot more depth to the game. So things that used to seem a lot closer will now actually seem farther away, making it harder to aim down the field. So you're going to be sacrificing some distance to some peripherals when you max it out. But now the opposite is true. So if you have it on minimum, you're going to start losing stuff on the side and people are going to have a lot easier time sneaking up to you from the sides. But you're going to have a lot easier time looking down the field and seeing people run at you. So this is where you need to find a balance, or maybe you like it maxed out one way or the other, but you need to figure out what actually works best for you. Could it be maxed out so you can see more around you, or is it more down the middle where you have a little balance of best of both worlds? So this is where you need to start playing with that slider. Now I can hear you asking, what do the pros use? Well, what the pros use might not be what you use. If you look at Ferg and what he uses, he has a iPad Pro with a very big screen on it, and that might be completely different than what you're running. I run an iPhone 8 Plus, so my screen is going to be smaller. So if on a big screen like an iPad Pro, having the field of view maxed out, you're not going to lose much of the depth because the screen is so big and you're still going to be able to see that far down the screen. But if you're rocking, let's say, like a regular iPhone 8, which has a smaller screen than the 8 Plus that I'm running, it's going to look like tiny little pixels of people popping their heads out down the field when you're sniping or when you're trying to aim down your sights. So you're going to have to figure out what works best for your device and what works best for your playstyle. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for till the end of the video, how does field of view change the performance on your device? But first, if you guys haven't already, check out my sensitivity video on how all the sensitivities inside of COD Mobile works. Lots of people have been finding it very helpful. Now, field of view changes the performance on your phone because of how much it has to render. So on your device or phone, like I just said, the more field of view you see, the more it has to work at getting that on the screen. So if you're on an older device or your device can't handle a max field of view, you'll notice some frames starting to drop and it'd be a little bit more choppy than normal. So try dropping down the field of view, because the smaller the field of view, the less your device has to work to put it on the screen and the better FPS you're going to be getting in your games. Thank you for watching to the very end of the video. You guys are awesome. I'm hoping you're having an amazing day. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.